California has a statewide child support guideline calculation. There are other factors that the court will take into consideration. There are certain deductions the court will consider. However, those are very nominal because the idea is that child support is priority, and we need to support our children. So sometimes parties will say, well, they have a lot more expenses, and that needs to be taken into consideration because that leaves them with less income or less funds to pay child support, but that's not how the court calculates that. Child support is always modifiable depending on the financial circumstances of the parents. If there's a change, such as a layoff or an increase in income, either parent can always request the court for modification. There are certain situations that I see where parents don't seek a modification of child support, and they should have. For example, if you get laid off and you have lower income and you're not able to meet that current child support obligation order, don't sit on it and don't rely on later coming back to court and say, I was unemployed during that time, so I wasn't able to meet that obligation. That child support is the order, and if you're not paying the court order child support, you will have what's called arrears, which are past due amount, and that adds up quickly, and interest will continue to accrue. So you want to make sure that if there's been a change in your employment, especially if it's unemployment and there's a reduction and you're the payor, to make sure that you file a request to have that modified, because again, the court order stands until it's modified. If child support payments are missed, then it's going to continue to accumulate and it's going to be past due. And so they're called arrears. And when you have arrears, there's going to be interest added onto that. Some other consequences that could happen if you have past due child support is that you might lose your rights to your driver's license, you might lose your rights to your passport. However, there are ways to mitigate that. It's just you would need to be proactive and look into how we can mitigate the situation, because situation can happen where you are missing the payments for valid reasons such as reduced income, extenuating circumstances. So just be aware that just because you're not paying your child support, that it just kind of goes away. No, it will continuously accumulate, but make sure to be proactive to address the situation. One way to enforce child support order is to get income withholding order, and that just means you have an income withholding order issue, and then from there, notify the payor's employer, and they will start deducting from payroll, and then you'll get it directly from payroll. If you have any questions about child support, contact the law offices of Kim Lin Huang.